Hello. Today I'll be showcasing a new strategy that I've thought of. This strategy will be taking advantage of Tauros' ability Anger Point, which is a very underused ability, and I'll be shining light on it today. So, the strategy of this team is basically just to activate the ability Anger Point on Tauros and then sweep with that. This ability is not often used because only a limited amount of things get it, and things that get it usually have abilities that are more easily used. Like even Tauros itself has two other abilities. They're both more commonly used, that being Intimidate to lower opponent's attack, and Sheer Force to boost its own power. But I'm here to show the power of Anger Point. As you can see by the description in the abilities, what the ability Anger Point does is, when this Pokemon is struck by a critical hit, its attack is raised by 12 stages, maxing it out at 4 times attack power, which is a lot. The reason this ability is unreliable is because not only do you have to get your opponent to hit you with a critical hit, but you also gotta survive the hit, which is where Delibird comes in. Delibird is also another very not often used Pokemon, but I'll be taking advantage of it today. Delibird has a pretty okay speed stat, but yeah, actually I could have done better than Delibird, but I'll keep it now. But I'll be taking advantage of the move Frost Breath, which, as it says right here, will always result in a critical hit. And so, what I'll be doing is I'll be using the Choice Scarf to boost my own speed so I can outspeed everything else in the field. Then use Frost Breath on my own Tauros to get a 100% crit chance. And then I'll activate my ability and I will sweep. Everything else in the team is just for support or if things go wrong. The Delibird's other moves are Memento, to where if I switch it in later I can always sacrifice it to lower opponent's attack, Helping Hand to boost Tauros, and Destiny Bond to take down someone with me. The Clefairy has Heal Pulse to heal me, Light Skin Reflect to make me take decreased damage, and Ally Switch to switch spots with my teammate in case I need to try and soak up a hit. The item I currently have is Eviolite, but as you might see in the clips I've saved, I did not always have that. I used to run Slackberry and Fling instead of Ally Switch so I could throw the berry at my own Tauros and boost speed. But I abandoned that strategy because it kept on not working because the Clefairy would end up eating the berry instead. I have the ability Friend Guard, which makes me and my ally take 3/4 of the damage we normally would have. So it adds an extra tankiness there. And we got the Shuckle, which is a big part of the team that opponents will not see coming, is Guard Split. What this does, as the description says right there, it averages defense and special defense net stat of my target. So if I use that on a Tauros, suddenly Tauros has these defensive stats. Well, the average of it, which is a lot. And also Acupressure, which raises a random stat of my ally by 2, so I can raise my speed that way or my defenses. A Sticky Web to lower opponent's speed, and Stealth Rock for some chip damage. Now I've got Comfy, which is playing 2 parts in this. One, it's got Floor Healing, which is basically a better heal pulse. We got Aromatherapy in case I get poisoned or burned to cure that. And then I've got 2 attacking moves for in case things go south of the Tauros, and I can use this as a backup. I mean, I think that this is not impressive, but this thing has single-handedly saved me many times when they made to take out the Tauros, because people don't expect it. The ability Triage is very good for this, because as you can see, all my moves that heal have the priority increased by 3, and that includes attacks that drain health. So that's Draining Kiss and Giga Drain. And Big Root just increases the amount I heal from that, so I'm healing a lot. And of course I got Imposter Ditto, so in case my opponent has something big, I can just do that, steal its boost, and just become it. And I can use some of my other support mons to help it. So yeah, let me get started and queue up a battle. And while I'm waiting for the battle to load, oh, never mind. And let's start. As I was about to say, I do have the thing set up to start recording on the Switch, so leave down in the comment section what you want me to start doing next. I can do more of these. You can suggest any mon for me to try and sweep with, and I'll try. I've got the stuff set up so I can start recording on the Switch, so you can suggest some stuff in there. And I've already got some stuff set up for a new For Honor video on the way. And yeah, let's get this started. So as usual, Frost Breath, the Tauros. And for this situation, I can tell that the Regidrago is going to cause problems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to max strike it. Oh, I didn't know that targets both things. Okay, so now you get to see what happens when everything goes wrong. Because all's not lost. Heal pulse into Tauros. And I'll max Quake. Ooh, that's bad. And so, let's see how things go. You may think this is unsalvageable, but I have salvaged worse than this. I don't show any of that in the clips because the clips I save are purely just to show off the Tauros, so you won't see any of that in the clips. But I have salvaged worse than this. That taunt though makes a huge difference. Yeah. That did a lot less damage than I would have liked it to. I'm trying to guard play, even though I'm pretty sure opponent's just gonna put a stop to that. Yep. Yep. Okay, but all's not lost yet. Let's do that. And what I can do is I can use Draining Kiss on the Lunala for some damage. Although, I will admit, things are not looking good this battle. So yeah, let's see how things go. Let's do that, and I'll do that. But yeah, things are not looking good this battle, but even if I lose this battle, I'll still show you the clips of where things go right, because things do go out this strategy a lot more often than you think. And after I started this strategy, I thought this would be like a couple times might work, but this actually works surprisingly often. So yeah. Should try this. Hopefully he tries to protect my ally switch and taunts the Comfey again. Oh, that works too. And now I'm going to do the play he's not going to expect the double switch. Because I know what he's planning. He lowered my defenses and brought in the Groudon. Now he's going to try and take advantage of that. Yep, he's going to try an Earthquake. Well, that helps too. Guard Split. And Rock Slide. With the Guard Split, I'm going to average my defenses with the Ditto, making myself have a large amount of defense. And so now, this Ditto has an enormous defense stat and special defense stat, so it will take very little damage from attacks. Clefairy, so it takes even less damage. I took Reflect to make it take even less damage. So all is not lost yet. Just skip to that turn. Yeah. Let's see how things go, because there's still hope for this match yet. Let's do that. And I'll protect. So I can avoid whatever the Delibird is trying to do with its Prankster ability. And it targeted that. I'm gonna do a Rock Slide. The only downside of using the Ditto is the Transform. When I use Transform, I only have 5 of each of my opponent's moves, so I don't have a lot of moves. But as you can see, things are indeed going well. Let me use Floor Healing on my Ditto to heal it. And Pressable Blades. Hopefully I can survive this. Oh, it's a crit. Oof. Yeah, I lost this. But it was close. Yeah, I lost this. There's nothing I can do to the Venusaur anyway. Okay. And now I will show you some clips of what happens when this goes right. Remember, leave down in the comments what you want me to try and make a strategy with next. Or what you also want me to start recording. Because I now have a capture card so I can start recording on my Switch. And I can try new games on my laptop. So leave down in the comment what you want me to try next. And let's play those clips. Okay, so I'm here at a replay of a battle that I did with this team. And in this replay, I get to show off the actual power of the anchor point. So, let's start the replay. Okay, let me lower that music volume, because you will not be able to hear me at all. Let me just turn the music off. Okay. So, as you can see, they intimidate me. And then they intimidate me again. Normally, this would be a problem, because it makes my attack stat half. But due to the power of anchor point, all the way back at 4 times attack, since Delibird's flying type, it's immune to that Earthquake, and bam, it's dead. And because of the Shell Bell, I heal 1/8 of the damage I do to my opponents, so I heal a lot. Now it just burned me, which halves my attack, but even with that, I still do have a massive attack stat. Now I had the Delibird attack because I wanted to finish off the, whatever it's called, I forgot. And I quickly just took that out with the Tauros. And as you can see, the Tauros is doing a lot. And in this battle, I do have the Clefairy having the Slackberry. And I'm going to try and fling the Slackberry later on to try and raise my speed. But as you can see, the Sableye has Trick. And you can probably guess where I'm going with this. The Sableye does use Trick right as I'm about to use Fling to try and boost my Tauros' speed, which completely negates that. But as you can see, the Tauros is already doing this much damage, and this is with only half of its attack, because of the burn. Because in case you don't know, burns half your physical attack stats. And yes, I do have a way to deal with burns on the team. I just didn't need to use it for this battle. As I said, the Comfey aromatherapy heals all status effects, so if I wanted to, I could bring it out and heal the burn. But at this point, I don't really need to. And as you can see, there's nothing I can do, and the battle is over. And on to the next clip. Okay, so here I'm on another clip, and as you can see, my opponent's team, in fact, this is a clip where the sweep is successful. You can see that this actually works, because my opponent has a full team of legendaries, because you didn't notice, all these battles have been in Uber's tier, which is one of the highest tiers. The only tier higher than this is Anything Goes, which, as the name implies, there are almost no rules. So this is the tier directly below that, where you can use almost every Pokemon. And here I am using weak ones. And yeah, let me show you the clip. So in this clip, I'm beginning the same way I always do. And as you can see in the chat, I guess I'm cutting out the chat, so never mind. As you can see, start the same way I always do. And I attack the Yveltal instead of doing Earthquake, because since the Yveltal is flying type, it would be immune. Yeah. And as you can see, it just took that out in one hit. And I got the guard split off with the shovel, and now the Tauros has an insane defense stat as well. So as you're about to see, I'm going to take like no damage. Yeah, only 18% from a choice. From a Life Orb Zekrom. So yeah, you can see the potential of this. Super effective max move, 16% without the Dynamax. As you can see, the Clefairy, this is when I had the Slackberry and things go wrong, which is why I change it up in the future. And as you can see, Tauros is absolutely shredding. It doesn't matter what the opponent does. At this point, it is unstoppable. Here I'm at the config just to reassure that and heal it all the way back up to full. It takes everything out in the field. And yeah, that's the power of this strategy. Let's see if I got another clip. Okay, so I got one last clip here, and this is still an Uber tier, as you can see by the Zacian, which is one of the most overpowered legendaries currently in the game. And it's going to just get bodied by a Gen 1 Pokemon, which is not very much used. So, let's start the replay. Same as always, and I think the Clefairy still has the Slackberry in this video. Not certain, but I think. And yeah, in this video, I can see what they're doing. They're obviously trying to do a strategy where they use a water type move on the Colossal to take advantage of its ability and weakness policy. But I see that coming and take it out before they can do anything about it. And yeah, if I didn't take that out, I would have gotten a weakness policy buff, double its attack, and steam engine buff, which would have maxed out its speed. But yeah, as you can see, I'm already shredding. Low health though, but that's not going to stop me, because now what I'm going to do is with the Shuckle. Oh no, not this turn. I flinched this turn, but you already know what I'm going to try and do with the Shuckle. I don't have to remind you. The whole reason I got the Shuckle. Guard split. Now Tauros is basically unkillable. So now switching the Clefairy for some added defense and for healing. And I target the Yveltal with the Iron Head because I know it's a threat, because if it has Foul Play, the move Foul Play, it uses your opponent's attack stat to calculate damage. So if they use Foul Play on me, they would have used my own attack against me, which would have done a lot of damage. They took out the Clefairy, but then the Confay would. Its priority healing allows me to heal the Tauros to full, and then take out the Yveltal before I can do anything. Now here comes the Zacian, which top off my health. And even though they go for that, it does very little damage, and I take out the Zacian with the Earthquake, taking out my own ally in the process, but at this point I don't really need it anymore. And they forfeit because they know there's nothing they can do. So yeah, that's how the strategy. If you want to see me try and do a strategy with any of the Pokemon, I'll leave it down in the description. And if you want me to play any games, I recently got the capture card set up for my Switch, so I can start doing Switch games. I can try out more games on my laptop. And yeah. See you next time.